Hello again. In this lesson we're introducing the letter W. You can see a printed letter W here that we've done using a keyboard. And here we have a cursive letter W. So let's practice writing the letter W. We start with a lead-in stroke that you will be very used to. Lead in and up a little way. Lead in and up. And you'll be used to the next stroke as well. Lead in and slope down. Now, why do you think you're used to that? Well, that's because it is exactly the same when we start to write the letter V. Lead in, slope down. They're a little bit wobbly. I think I'll try that again. Lead in and slope down. Let's add the next stroke. Lead in, slope down and slope back up. Lead in, slope down and slope back up. Lead in, slope down and back up. But we didn't add an exit stroke because we haven't finished. W in cursive is a little bit like writing two letter V's. And then an exit stroke. We join them together. Lead in. There's the first V. Add on the next one and an exit stroke. Lead in, slope down, slope up, slope down again and slope up. And there's our exit stroke. Now, this can be a debatable point because it looks like a double V. And some people prefer it to look like a double U because that's what we call it, W. And if you would like to do your letters like that, then do, because the lead-in stroke is the same and so is the exit stroke. And if we're printing, we can either do our W as if it is two printed double V's, or it would be with a curl under at the bottom, and we add another one, like a double U. And sometimes it goes back down to the line again, but not ready to join up. Now, the choice is yours about the letter shape you would like to do. Try them and see what suits best. But for a capital, we have a choice again. Slope down back up again up to the top, slope down and back up again. Or we can slope down, but our slope up just goes halfway. Slope down and back up again. Again, a choice. This is the way you will see it in the handwriting booklet that is available with the Getting Started resources, but I know that lots of people prefer to do their W this way. Again, try them out and see what suits you best. Let's have a look at where the letter sits on lined handwriting paper. So first, we have a lowercase w. Start on the bottom blue line, lead in, slope down, slope up, slope down, slope up. And our exit stroke is at the top. I'm going to show you both styles of capital letters, starting at the top pink line, and we slope down, back up to the top pink line, down again and back up again. The other style starts in the same way, but it only goes up to the top blue line. Now practice both and see which you prefer. Let's practice on paper that is a little bit more like the paper you would be given in school. First of all, we have the letter W, lead in, slope down, slope up, slope down, slope up, and an exit stroke. So there is a letter W all by itself. Another one, lead in, slope down, slope up again, slope down, slope up, and an exit stroke. And again, and you can see that my letters are nowhere near as wobbly. Now I've been practicing a bit more. Lead in, slope down, up, down and up. And there's our exit stroke. It is another top joiner. We've had U, R, V, and now W. They are all of the top joiners that we will be writing. Let's practice W that is a capital. Now you can see that this time I am copying the capital W that's in the handwriting booklet. But you can do your capital your way. A printed letter W looks just like the capital, but it's smaller, and on a handwriting page it sits between the two blue lines. Let's practice joining W to the letter A, so that we can see how the top join goes across, back round to finish the A. There's the W, across to do the top of the A, and back over the top to finish it. There. Now you can practice that as many times as you like by just pausing the video. But Now we'll practice going from W into the letter E. It starts in the same way, but the exit stroke dips down to get the top of the letter E. There we go. Dip down in the exit stroke for the W to make the top of the E, and then we finish it off by going down and adding a curl under. We go across from the top and down before adding a curl under. Across, down, and add a curl under, and again, there's our letter W, go across and down to finish it. And when we've finished practicing the WI, or when we're writing a word, the dotting goes at the end. So, A, E, I, we need W into the letter O. 2 top joiners together. Across for the top of the O, and it comes round to be another top joiner. Lead in, down, up, and then we add the letter O. So we have only one vowel letter left, the letter U. W, go across and down, curl under, up and down again for the exit stroke. And I don't think I quite hit that top blue line that time. Maybe the next one will be a bit better. There we go. Across, down, curl under, up and down again for the exit stroke. So this time we will go from A into W, then E into W, I into W and U into W to begin with, because they will all go from the bottom blue line. Then we'll practice O into W because they're both top joiners. A, and it goes from the bottom up, and then we add the W. E from the bottom and up to have the slopes of the W. I, again, slope up in our lead-in stroke, ready for the W. Dot the I when we've finished what we're writing. U, it will go from the bottom as well, and there's our W. The letter O is a top joiner as well, so we go across and then down. Finish the letter O, go across and then slope down for the W. Finish the O, across and slope down for the W. There. Do practice those letters again if you're still feeling a little bit unsure. But we've left out one very important thing. How do we know when to write a W? Which sound do we listen for? It's W. W. And if there is an H after the W, W. is how we say it sometimes. Where? We'll have a think about that in a lesson all on its own. For the first writing lessons, we will just be using W as the sound we listen for. Let's take a look at the finger spelling action. We have our left fingers on top and our left thumb on top when we link our straight fingers together. And it's the other way round if we are doing left-handed finger spelling. Thank you for joining me.